Welcome, everybody, to Yankee Football. We got a very special episode because it's the debut for a new series. May crash and burn, may ascend both us and the channel and you guys to new heights. We're going to be making a starting 11 for every single World Cup group at Qatar. We're kicking it off in alphabetical order. Group A. This is probably going to be contentious. Like I said, we're going to start with goalkeeper. We will work up to the defenders, midfielders, and then the forwards at the very end. Timestamps will be down below if you want to skip anywhere. Also, before we get started, thank you guys for getting us to 800 subscribers. I think that happened yesterday, so really appreciate it. Officially 806. Watch me publish this video, and it goes down to like 750 or something. We just take a dive.
We addressed it. They remembered they got to unsubscribe.
Yeah, they're like, oh God, I forgot I was supposed to unsubscribe last night. Anyways, all right, guys, let's get started. I think this is going to probably be the least contentious position on the entire list, and that's goalkeeper. Jake, why don't you kick it off? Who did you put as your best goalkeeper for Group A?
Mendy.
Yeah, that was the safe bet, wasn't it?
Just, I was thinking about going into a long, tirade about Mendy, but nope, short and simple, just Mendy. If you compare him to the other four keepers from the other teams, I mean, no one, I think, has had the year that he has had. And I think he's at the top right now. I
half expected you to say Tim Krul. I'm not going to lie. I thought you
were going to have Tim Krul wasn't 65 years old, then maybe. But he's ancient.
And playing for like the worst Prem side we've seen in a long time. Mendy's 30, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not bad. He's got some years left.
Oh, yeah, at least 4. I saw he's got like the 5th highest save percentage in the Prem, allowing less than a goal per game. Dude's pretty solid. I'm going to assume, Connor, that you didn't go Jasper Cillessen. You also went Mendy at the goalkeeper position.
I did also go Mendy. I mean, if you're in the conversation for the best goalkeeper in the world, then you crack this list easily. No offense to the other guys. It's kind of a no contest, and I think everybody can agree with that.
Yeah, if we get any hate comments for that, I mean, please state your case down below. I'll tell you, damn sure it ain't the Ecuador keeper. I don't even know his name because that's how poor it's been.
He's just some random plumber that they pick up from the street. Right?
He might.
Yeah, he's different every game.
He's got a day job.
He does have a day job. I'm not even sure if he plays professionally. It might be like a Sunday league, but he also plays for the national team. I'm not sure. Sorry, Ecuadorians. I got love for y'all. There will be some Ecuadorians in my list going forward, but not at the goalkeeper position. God, no. I think that's a serious weak point. Mm-hmm. Honestly, for every national team except Senegal, like the options are not that great.
They really are not.
You guys want to go to just do left back next?
Yeah.
Okay. Clean sweep for Edouard Mendy. No real surprises there. All right, left back. Speaking of Ecuadorians, I went with my boy Stupinian at left back. What about you guys? Let's hear it.
I stuck with Stupinian.
Really? Okay, cool.
I went with the Stupinian because of how much I hear you talk about him. And I remember, just the games that I've seen him in. I never really heard about him. I think a defensive player is a good thing. If you kind of go unrecognized or like quiet during a game, it means you've taken care of your side of the field. You've taken care of your position. People just aren't. There's not a lot of contention there. So I think that's a good sign. And hell yeah, just in honor of the infamous Ecuadorian run, I kept Estupinian.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I am the arbiter of football truth. So if I say someone's good, I mean, you can't really refute it, to be honest.
Yeah, the whole world.
That's not at all what I fucking said. But if that's what you heard, I'm okay with that.
I took what you said and I processed it, and then that's what I came up with. I'm never wrong. So thank you, Connor, for agreeing with me and putting a Stupinian at left back. What about you, Jake?
It's like to be friends with this motherfucker.
It's a great time. I know Jake picked some random Dutchman.
I know it. I actually picked the Stupinian as well.
Wow, I'm shocked.
Whoa!
I'm honestly shocked.
And I think everyone here on the podcast and everyone in the comments knows that I love to hate on Central America and South America, mainly because I don't watch a lot of games.
You hate on everybody.
Mainly because you're
No,
prejudiced.
No, it's not true.
It is prejudice.
But yeah, I mean, first game that comes to mind is their latest Champions League run. And he is not the traditional, I think, Premier League attacking fullback, but he does lock it down, like Connor says, and I think he's a solid choice. And this might be a shocker to you all, but he's my only Ecuadorian that made the starting 11.
Oh my god! We about to have problems.
This is gonna be a good one. This is gonna be a good one.
Oh my god! I would say with this Stupinian, like the reason. Also, again, same with keeper. I don't think left back is very strong with this group.
No,
I mean, I think Daley Blind technically plays left back for the Dutch.
The Dutch.
No, I'm sorry,
with...
he's not making my best 11 for this group.
Well, the Dutch, I think they've been playing 3 in the back.
Yeah.
So they
With,
haven't really
wingbacks,
played with wingbacks. So it's been kind of strange. But yeah, I mean, Blind was up there as a contender for me, but I mean, that dude's 34, 35. He's pushing it. He's really slow, and with how quick I think we are seeing the football world trend to lightning fast pace on the wings and very wide players, you can't have someone slow.
No, not at all, especially against like highly athletic teams like Senegal. That's a recipe for absolute disaster.
Oh, Mane would tear up Blind.
But even Senegal, they don't really have very good fullbacks. Like the strength is in the middle of their defense. It's not really at the left and right back position. Qatar, I'm going to be honest, I don't know who their left back is.
So let's just get it out there before we even go to the next position.
Okay.
Do either of y'all have any Qatar players?
The elephant in the room. No, I don't have a single one.
I don't.
I tried looking it up, and I was all like, I've never heard of a single goddamn player.
Dude, I couldn't rationalize it. If nothing else, in that Qatar has been so bad in every single friendly that they've played. I mean, they lost 4-0 to Ireland. And Ireland are terrible right now.
Yeah,
just because of that. And I think in the next game they also lost. I just can't rationalize putting him in, even over, Blind or somebody like that. Or some of these young guys. I wrote down this guy, Owen Vindel. He plays for Alkmaar in the Dutch league. 22 years old. He's got 10 assists in 30 games. That's pretty crazy at the fullback position. I would have to pick him off of like merit, I guess, over any Qatari player. I just don't. I don't know, until they go and start playing in other leagues and start doing well on the national team level. I can't justify putting any in.
Yep. Yeah, no, they don't get the nod, I think, for that reason. It's just they don't have any pedigree in any of the leagues other than their domestic league, I guess, if they even have one. I couldn't even tell you if they did or not.
They do.
Yeah. So, okay. Well, I'm glad we cleared that up.
Yeah. I was going to be really curious if somebody put like the Qatari striker up top.
I really wanted to. Yeah. I looked really, really hard, but I mean, what's that the football analytics website, or it's like Transfer Market, where you can look at any squad and see like the evaluation. I mean, it was just embarrassing. Like the Netherlands squad is worth like 500 million, and then I looked, and the Qatari squad was like worth
30 mil.
I don't even think that much.
No, I think it was less than that. Yeah,
it was embarrassing. Okay. It was like a down payment on a house.
You could literally buy a property, or
it was
buy
rough.
the Qatari national.
I was like, yes.
Oh,
I was actually, this is not real. And then I looked in depth at their stats and teams they played for, and I was like, oof. So yeah, that's unfortunate.
Maybe
hopefully there are some underdogs. I think this group would be a lot of fun if they threatened. So
yeah, I agree. Hopefully they come out and do well as the host and everything. But let's move on to center backs. Let's just say both of them at the same time. So Connor, why don't you tell us the 2 center backs you decided to go with? We'll start with you.
I think these are, again, like kind of clean sweeps. I went with Van Dijk and Koulibaly. I don't even think it's an issue. Like
I did exactly that as well.
Yeah.
Damn! Another 3 for 3.
Another 3. Well, 4 for 4 technically because we got 4 players.
Shouldn't need to explain this one. These guys are
Oh, yeah,
dominant.
4
This
for 4.
video is trash. We got
This video
I'm
is
sorry,
trash,
everybody.
guys.
Whoever's watched up to this point, I
Well,
apologize.
I mean, it's
I
not
We'll
trash.
put it in the
It's
comments.
mainly-
You skipped to 11:15.
It's the
It's
group,
nothing but
right?
agreement until,
Yeah.
15 minutes in.
That's what you guys watch, right? You just come to watch us, just sort of.
They do.
pat each
So
other
this
on the
is
back.
interesting that none of us picked Delict. Why didn't y'all pick him?
I don't think I think Van Dijk is the best center back in the world.
Yeah.
And I think Koulibaly is the closest thing to Van Dijk.
Yeah.
If I could summarize it in 2 sentences. I think De Ligt is a good player. I think he's a very good ball-playing center back. But he's slow, dude. He's really slow. I mean, he's the Dutch Maguire. They call him a fridge as well.
Yeah.
I just can't put him over either of these guys.
And he hasn't really had a good season with since his move
Yeah, he's been struggling.
as well.
Even in the Serie A, which is not what you would expect from somebody who is pretty much crowned as the next best defender in the world.
Yeah.
And he still could be, but he's not Koulibaly level, and he's certainly not Van Dijk level.
Well, I think that's going to lead to some contention a little bit later. Why don't we just go ahead and move on to right back?
Okay, we can move on right back. Jake, who'd you put there?
So you mentioned a young Dutchman, 22 years old, captaining AZ Alkmaar.
Yeah.
I picked Vindal.
You put Vindal at the right? Okay. No, that's a good shout.
And I was kind of thinking more of a composition on the back line. You got Estupiñán, no nonsense on the left. He can hold it down. Van Dijk and Koulibaly in the center. And you have someone who is very attack-minded, kind of like a Trent Alexander-Arnold, like you said, that stat that you brought up, 10 assists, 11 assists in 30 games. I mean, that's really good, for someone who's 22 and who's captaining his club team.
Yeah.
I don't know if he gets the nod to start at this World Cup, but I think he will be someone that will be of interest to watch, moving forward.
And it's
I think
really
the
important
captaining
that
is
he's
big
there
there.
for his development,
Yep.
Yeah, you would think that, if in a hypothetical situation the Dutch have the group locked up after 2 games, you'd think that he'd probably start that third match, just to get him a World Cup rep.
Yeah.
I didn't see. I just had Vindal as my second left back. I didn't have him as my right back. I went Ecuador again. I went Byron Castillo at right back. I think he's easily European quality. I think it's beyond shocking that he hasn't left yet. He has been linked in the past to, both Liverpool and Leicester City. And I think after another pretty good season right now for Barcelona in the Ecuadorian league, I think he's gone. Like, he's going to get scooped up somewhere. Crazy athletic, very attacking fullback. My backup for that was a different Dutch guy. It was Tyrell Malacia. I think he plays for Ajax. I can't remember.
Are we
Byron,
going over our backups as well?
No. I'm just putting that out there, just so you guys know. But no, I would put Byron because I think, especially his play at international level as well, kind of nods him over, gives him the nod over Vindal to me, because South America's tough, dude. And the fact that he put in a bunch of shifts in CONMEBOL qualifying, I would trust that guy to start in the World Cup.
And he's young too, right?
23, 24, yeah.
Which is young, I'd say.
Yeah.
For the international stage, that's young.
Yeah, to be starting at a World Cup for sure. What about you?
I really didn't know enough about him. I wish I would have kept him on my reserves, hearing all about that. But I put Nathan Ake on as right back.
Okay. I had a feeling he would make your list.
Yeah.
Given your Man City.
Yes. I sent some club bias
disease
on that one. Yeah.
Look, yes, believe me, you could see where you would think there would be a lot, but I mean, I was really pleasantly surprised, like, watching him play. He's kind of like Estupiñán, you don't really hear anything. You don't see a lot of mistakes made. I think early on, like before his injury, and then when immediately after him coming back, yes, but then he faded into obscurity. And I mean, now he's playing, and you just don't get a lot of mistakes off of him. And I really appreciate that. I think he's really athletic, dude, and
Hmm.
big while maintaining speed. So yeah, I just threw him at right back, and if it doesn't work out too well there, then I think Estupinian has enough pedigree that you could switch him over to the right, and put Ake in a position that he's more familiar with,
Yeah.
being left back at Man City. So
Yeah.
yeah, and I thought it was just criminal leaving him out of there. I think he's too quality, even before City, to be left out of this list. So that was kind of my risk, unconventional sort of placement there.
No, but he can play fullback, so
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
he
understand that.
he can now. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't. I think he's probably better in the center, but he could definitely cover the wings if he has to.
is that where they
Um,
play him? Is that where the Netherlands play him in the
I
center with the?
I'm not
no,
too familiar with where he plays on the national team.
I have seen him in some World Cup qualifier in the middle, but
Yeah,
they weren't playing a very good team. It was like they pretty much bossed their World Cup group,
yeah.
um, qualifying group. So I don't know if that was like their A team or like kind of B team or a mixture of the two. I'm not sure.
Yeah, they're probably
But
some
no,
figure.
I think Ake is a good shout. So we had three different players there:
Finally.
Finally, good God, it only took us 20
Vindal,
minutes.
Castillo, and Ake. Okay, I think all three of those are honestly good options. Obviously mine is the best, but y'all's are good shouts
I
too.
Trash.
Let's move on
think so too.
to let's move on to the midfield. We can take it back over to left back. I'm assuming we all did like a 4-3-3
Yeah,
formation, right?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. At left back, who'd you put, Jake? Sorry, left
Left
mid.
back.
Left mid, sorry.
Coop Miners.
Who in God's name? Who does he
Coop
play for?
Miners, baby. Coop Miners. Y'all never heard of Coop Miners?
I don't even know who that is.
never in my life.
Plays for Atalanta.
Okay, yes, then Serie A. Mhm.
Yeah. Or as I say, Serie A.
Serie
Um,
A?
yeah.
Okay,
uh,
interesting.
he's been putting in a shift over there. I did have to look him up a little because I mean, and Jack, as I was telling you before, I was really conflicted with the midfield and some of these choices, especially with Senegal and the Dutch. Those are kind of where the player range and the bench starts to grow, in my opinion. Comparatively to the back line, there's a lot more options, and his stats have been impressive so far. I don't know how many starts he's gotten with the Dutch team so far, but he's been pretty electric in the Italian league.
Mhm. Yeah, I saw that guy, and I did see his stats, and I was impressed, but I've only seen, like, 3 Atalanta games this season, and he never stood out in any of those. So I kind of went with a guy that I'm more familiar with. And my team is pretty defensive in the midfield, which you guys will find out. But on the left, I say left, it would kind of be like a left center mid. I went with Idrissa Gana Gueye from PSG and Senegal. That was my guy that I put out there. And I think this makes a little more sense perhaps once you see the rest of my midfield, but kind of a veteran presence. I think he's 32 years old,
Yeah, he's a
31
little
years
older.
old.
Yep.
Yeah, but he was great at AFCON. He's been solid so far for PSG. He's got 4 goals, 1 assist in 30 games. Um, I just felt more comfortable going with him because I've seen him a lot, both at international level and at club level, versus the guy that you went with from Atalanta, who I have not really seen him at club level at all. Um, and I thought again, and there are several positions on here. I think you guys will concur that there some are fiercely competitive, and there's like 15 guys we could have gone with, and others were pretty weak. And I thought midfielder was again pretty weak for this particular group, so that's why I went more defensive with Idrissa Gueye.
So you put Idrissa Gueye?
It's gay. I'm pretty sure it's gay. Idrissa Gana Gueye. Yes. Sorry, everybody. Connor disconnected there for a second. So we're just going to have to keep going full steam ahead with just the two of us. But I will be sure to overlay all of Connor's choices in post. So those are our left mids. Jake, who'd you put as your central midfielder?
I went with the central defensive mid.
Okay.
I put De Jong.
As did I. As did I.
It just
He's the best player in this position right now. I mean, it's hard to dispute.
And I don't think he's missed a game for Barcelona.
Well,
maybe one or two.
Yeah, he's been under some fire lately for his performances, and now there's that speculation he's going to go to Man U. I don't really understand that too much. Like when I watch La Liga, I typically watch Atletico. I don't watch Barca that much. So I don't really know what the full drama is if he like fell out with Xavi or what. But I guess it doesn't matter. For the sake of this list, he's both of our central midfielders. In my kind of formation, I'm hoping he would be a bit more of a creative player as opposed to defensive. That's why I have Idrissa Gueye in there already. But again, that was also because I just felt like the quality of left midfielders was pretty damn bad in this group. To be honest. Okay, let's move on to right midfielder. Who you got?
Idrissa Gueye.
You got Idrissa Gueye on the right.
Yeah, I put him on the right. Well, just the same reasons that you listed off. Senegal. Coming off AFCON, PSG. Farmers League, but he still has to work for the starting spot on PSG, so you got to give him some cred there. If you look at his stats, I actually compared my three midfielders together: Coop Miners, Gueye, and De Jong. Gueye's actually right in the middle of the pack. I think those three guys, in my opinion, are all kind of interchangeable. They can all kind of rotate around that midfield. I think on paper, De Jong is the most creative, like you said, and Gueye is the most defensive-minded. He has the most tackles and interceptions out of both of them, or out of the three of them. So, that is interesting that we picked some of the same guys once again. But who did you pick?
I went with Denzel Dumfries from Inter Milan.
He's my backup.
Yeah, he seems to play as a kind of like a wing back a lot of the time. But for the sake, I was looking at my midfield. I had De Jong and Gueye, and I was like, I need some goddamn offensive creativity here.
Yeah.
And I just felt like Dumfries was better than who's it? Atalanta boy. I always know it's Darun plays on the left, but who was the guy? What's the guy's name that you went with again?
Coop Miner.
Coop Miner, that's how you say it. Okay. I felt Dumfries was just a better player in whatever lineup I was trying to set up than Coop Miner. I think he's been really good for Inter Milan this season as well. I wouldn't be surprised if he left, actually. Perhaps I don't know if he go to the Prem, but I don't know. Tottenham have been linked with him for a while, and I think that'd be a pretty good switch for him. Yeah. So he's pretty much going to have to be like the main facilitator almost in my midfield. And I think this is very interesting looking at both of the lineups that we have. There's not that much firepower here that you would expect, I think, when looking at the teams involved in Group A.
I'm kind of surprised you didn't pick some more Senegalese players. Who's that? Damn, what's his name?
Plays on the right.
He's a young Senegal guy.
Where does he play? What league? Ismail Assar?
No, that's the Watford guy, right?
Yeah. Keita Balde?
No, his name's like Pape.
Papu Cisse?
Yeah.
That's a center back, though.
I thought there was another Pape. Maybe there's another Pape. Maybe that's his first name, I'm guessing. I definitely thought that they had some more midfield power that you would have picked.
Yeah, Papu Cisse plays for Olympiacos. I know that for a fact. I don't know who you're specifically referring to. For me, it was like Senegal, a lot of their talent is in center back and then in the front three. That's like where they really thrive to me. But their midfield outside of Gay is pretty weak. And that's a problem that we've said so many times with every single African team is that they might have one good defender typically and then a completely stacked front three and then almost nothing in the middle. Nigeria has that problem. Ghana has that problem. Morocco has that problem. Everybody has that problem in Africa. They just cannot put a good midfield together. So I'm not sure who you're referring to specifically.
It's Pape Sarr.
Pape Sarr. He plays right mid.
He plays
Pape Sarr. I'm not familiar with that
plays
player.
center defensive mid, or central midfield. He plays for FC Metz in the French league. He's 19.
Oh, this is the dude that Spurs signed like 2 years ago, and then they just loaned him back immediately. I haven't seen him at all, so I could not put him in my list. Apparently, he's very talented. I believe he did get called up to the Senegal squad with AFCON. I remember a lot of Spurs fans talking about that on Twitter, but I have not seen him enough, and I'll be damned if I'm going to put 3 defensive midfielders in my midfield here. So that guy didn't have a prayer. Let's you want to move on to left wing? I feel like this had to have been a clean sweep as well, right?
I mean, this is way too fucking obvious. I feel like.
This is. I mean, it's Ibarra from Ecuador. No, I'm kidding. It's
it's the man. It's the Mane of the hour.
Yeah, it's the Mane of the hour. Sadio Mane. I mean, literally irrefutable. I don't even know what you need to say about this. 20 goals, 2 assists for Liverpool this season. He had 3 goals, 2 assists at AFCON. He's been clutch. Although, right as I say that, he did miss that FA Cup penalty against his former teammate. I feel like there was some I don't know.
They were like
blood
smiling at each
on.
other. Yeah, it was like they were playing, kick in the backyard. I feel like.
Yeah. So. I don't know. Mendy clearly said something to him like, I don't know. Hey, I'm not driving your kid to school if you score this pen. Yeah. He was like, all right, shit. Well, I ain't got time, so I'm putting it low and to the right. Sadio Mane. I mean, he's one of the best players in the world. He might win the Ballon d'Or this year. Like, ain't nothing more to say here. Yep. In the middle, I guarantee I have a different player than you. Who'd you go with? Striker, forward. Yeah.
I went with Depay.
Interesting. He was my backup.
Okay.
I went with Dan Juma from Villarreal.
Does he play central striker?
Yeah. He can.
Yeah. I guess in the way that football has been playing these days, left wing, right wing,
dude. Yeah.
Striker. I mean, like they're all kind of interchangeable. I feel like unless like the guy can't use one of his feet for some reason and he's got to stick on one side or the other.
Yeah.
But if you're in this level of attacking prowess, then you're pretty interchangeable across those 3 fronts.
Yeah, like Dumfries for me could literally play right back, right mid, or right wing. Yeah. Like that's just how it is nowadays. And that's another reason I included him is because he's a very, mobile player. He can play on a lot of different places on the pitch. I went with Dan Juma because I think he's in a significantly worse team and has better stats in La Liga than Depay does. Now, I know that Depay's been a freaking beast in qualifying. Mm-hmm. I mean, 12 goals, 6 assists in 10 games. He is an animal for the Netherlands. But just because of how Dan Juma played in the Champions League, couple clutch goals, I think it was against Bayern or Juve, maybe even both. And the fact that Villarreal, they're not a bad team, but they definitely were punching above their weight the entire time in Champions League. They had a really rough start to the season. Dan Juma, along with, guys like Parejo, have kind of dragged that team into 6th place right now. Like if Betis loses today, they might go up to 5th. So I just like Dan Juma because I think if you put Depay at Villarreal, I don't think he does these numbers. I really don't. But I think if you put Dan Juma at Barcelona, I think he improves his game.
Does that, if not better, right?
Yeah, if not better. I really like to look at guys who aren't on stacked teams. And if they're still balling out, I'm like, okay, this guy's the real deal because he ain't got no help.
Yeah.
Who'd you go for at right wing? I already
Dan
know
Juma.
this. You put Danjuma out, right?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. So that's a pretty athletic. You went with a pretty athletic front three.
I went with full press, full counter, zero tracking back.
Yeah.
You've really got to rely on your midfield three to support any counterattack,
Yeah.
against the starting 11. So
Yeah. Here, I'm gonna let Connor back in. We're currently at right wing, so we're at the last position when you're coming back in. Why don't you go ahead and tell us your right winger, and then we'll circle back and get your other choices for the other positions.
Okay, this one was a bit of a copy. It's probably the one I'm least prepared for. It's Danyuma.
Okay, Danjuma. Yeah, that's who Jake put out there.
yep, that's what I said.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
Danjuma
really
was
wasn't.
actually. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I just really wasn't all that impressed with what I saw from Ecuador or Qatar, and I don't know. I just yeah. I just stuck with Danjuma there. Danjuma.
Mhm. Yeah, I feel like right wing, there was a lot of options here for like every single team.
I was tempted to put Sar from Senegal, but I mean, I know that man's mental state with Watford being how ass that they are. I don't think he gets the nod because of that.
Yeah, he's not having a particularly great season. Like 2 years ago when they were up, he was scary. Like I was
Mhm.
genuinely afraid of that man. And I'm shocked that he didn't make a move then. I'll be shocked if he doesn't make a move again, just off of age and potential and the fact that he's proven. But I didn't go with him because I felt like with Senegal, he was pretty trash. I mean, there is no reason that Egypt game should have gone to pens because Sarr
No.
had about 3 wide open chances that he blew. And I
Mhm.
just off that and like the rest of the tournament just didn't impress. I don't like his defensive work rate. I was like, he's a good player, but he's not for me. Connor, I went with Dan Juma at striker, so that's why he's not my right wing. I
Okay.
went back to Ecuador. I went Gonzalo Plata.
Who?
I think he's the most underrated player probably in this group.
Wow. Wow. Those words.
Easily. He's got 5 goals, 4 assists right now for Valladolid. He's on loan right now from Sporting. 3 goals, 2 assists in World Cup qualifying. I feel like he was half the reason that Ecuador was dangerous in a lot of those games because, I mean, I saw him have Tagliafico dancing. He had Militao dancing. He literally had every single defender that he goes up against in South America on ice skates. And I'm not really sure why he hasn't moved to a bigger club yet. You know, I have a feeling that Sporting will recall him from the loan and he'll be a consistent starter in the Portuguese league, which I think would be a good start for him in Europe. You know, competitive league, but not like too impossible. I just like what he brings, dude. He's an absolute baller. We're gonna see him at the World Cup. He's gonna have some highlights for sure. I mean, let me tell you right now, if the Dutch put Daily Blind at left back against Gonzalo Plata,
No, it's done.
they're gonna have a
Me
bad
too.
day. It's gonna be a bad time.
Yeah.
So I hope they read the scouting report and they don't make that mistake. So
Mhm.
so yeah, my front three, I went Sadio Mane left wing, Dan Juma up top, and then Gonzalo Plata on the right. Connor, I'm guessing you also likely went with Sadio Mane as your left winger.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, Sadio Mane was my winger for obvious reasons. I don't think we need to cover that anymore. But
Probably not.
I went with Depay for striker.
Okay.
Just felt like he was the best option.
That's who I went with as well.
As did Connor. Yeah. I mean, as did Jake. He's my backup.
Yeah, maybe
My
Danjuma
argument,
could be a good striker.
yeah. Look, Depay is good, and like I said, I don't want to just kind of rehab this same conversation, but he's a beast when he plays for the Dutch.
Yeah.
So I don't fault either of you guys for putting him in there. I just think Dan Juma's put up great numbers and a not very good Villarreal side, and that's why I like him.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Go ahead and go back real quick and give us your midfield. Just tell
Yeah.
us all 3 guys that you had.
Okay, I think the last thing I heard was you talking about how defensively minded your midfield was going to be, and literally same exact game plan here. Left center mid, I have De Jong.
Okay.
Okay.
I thought he would do a really good job facilitating and making a connection between like a really deep-seated defensive side and whatever offensive capabilities need. Then I had Delict as center defensive mid because I didn't want to take him out because of his promise. But yeah, I mean he is really slow, but he's got decent passing and a good connection there. So I was just
May I ask if he's ever played that position before?
I thought he had. I thought he was listed on transfer market as a center defensive mid. He usually stays at center back. So,
If he played holding mid, dude, it has to have been a long time.
Like his
Okay.
youth.
Like before his senior debut at Ajax, yeah.
look,
I mean,
he
it's
was one of
definitely
my
possible
flex
that he
picks.
could, for sure. But I just don't know if he has recently.
He was one of my flex picks. I picked him. He's a
Damn.
young guy. I thought he would match up well with De Jong in the center, obviously. And yeah, I just like the idea of having two young guys, and then I wanted Gueye as right center mid.
I think it's
bit of
gay.
experience there.
No,
think it's
no, I like Guye.
Gueye?
No chance it's Gueye.
I like Guye.
Idrissa Gueye. No, it's
Yeah.
Idrissa Gay.
Okay. Well, yeah, my boy Idrissa there. I thought he'd be like had a decent amount of experience and he'd be able to hold them down. And I've got faith in Delict to play center defensive mid, holding mid. If anything, it might change into 5 at the back sort of deal.
Yeah, he would have to be really deep, in my opinion.
Really deep, dude. That
Yeah.
guy does not have the mobility to play in the midfield straight up. Like he does not have the agility. I mean, honestly, I seriously think Van Dijk would be a better holding midfielder because he's just more athletic.
Van Dijk could play straight midfield.
He's got more agility, yeah.
He's just Delict just doesn't have lateral quickness.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it would have to be a 5 in the back. And I guess you could see him. Yeah, I mean, he could probably push up. But damn, he needs some fast center backs next to him. Like he would need Ake and probably
He could probably play better than my boy Fernandinho did today. So
damn, yeah, he looked old AF, huh?
possibly. The thing is, Delict looks old and he's like 24. So at least Fernandinho is factually
He's younger
old.
than that. He's like 22, isn't he?
look, we'll get him on a diet.
He's barely US drinking age.
Look, my front
on.
office staff, we've got him. The trainers, we've got him.
Damn, he is 22.
In diet, believe it or not.
How are you that slow and he's 22? That's embarrassing. Yeah. Well, Connor, to summarize, Jake and I, all three of us said De Jong. I had him in the center. Jake, where did you have him? Center as well?
Yep.
On the left, I went with Idrissa Gay. Jake went with Koopmeier from Atalanta.
Yeah, no, I remember that. I remember the Koopmeier.
And then on the right, I went Denzel Dumfries from Inter Milan, and Jake went Idrissa Gay. So kind of like the same two guys. I mean, De Jong and Gay made all of our lineups, but I went Dumfries, Jake went Koopmeier, and you went Delict.
Dumfries would have been second. I had him on my reserves, so
yeah. Do we want to do the reserves real quick? Do we want to go over that?
Let's just run.
We
through
can. My computer's freaking out again now. So if I drop out,
all right. So why don't you go first?
Okay, bet. I got Noah Lang up on the left.
Yes, sir.
Left wing.
Yes,
I got Dia. I got
yes, sir. Okay.
I got Dumfries.
Wait. Dia
Dia
from Villarreal?
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
I believe so.
Senegalese dude? Yeah. Gotcha.
Okay. Then I got Diallo and Hinsiape.
Okay.
I got him, yeah.
Dude, I should not.
Okay.
And then Flecken at the bottom.
Woo! Holy shit! You looked at mine, boy.
Did we just go 6 for 6
substitutes, boy? No, I had a different. I had one different guy than you.
Okay.
I had a different right back or left back sub.
Who was your left back sub?
The guy that you had mentioned, the Dutch kid,
Tyrell
Malacia. Yeah. Tyrell.
Yeah. No, he's definitely gone. Isn't he supposed to be like 19 or something? I'm like, holy
but
shit.
this dude's Adam's apple in this picture that I get. It's
Dude,
like holy shit.
He literally looks like he could be Tyreek Hill if he like got a haircut. And Tyreek Hill's like 28 years old. Like that's how mature this man looks.
Yeah.
Just like, absolutely crazy, dude. I did not look anywhere near this at age 19 or 20 or whatever the hell he is. I mean, something in the water over there in the Netherlands. I mean, that is unbelievable. I also went in Campier as my backup center back. So I kind of had it. I just had 1, 2, 3, 4. I had 5 subs. How many did you guys have? Did you guys do like a whole? Okay. So you guys just went 2 up top. I went. I'm surprised nobody said Wijnaldum. He was my backup midfielder. I'm really shocked that I'm the only one who put one out, especially you, Jake. I'm disappointed.
I was really putting emphasis on youngsters for my subs.
Okay. Mine was like subs / backups.
Completely.
Yeah. Well, he hasn't had the greatest season, but again, that center midfield position is kind of cheeks for these teams. I mean, like they don't really have depth. Not that they don't have any players, but the depth is pretty shallow.
Right.
And I'm surprised no one went Steven Berghuis up top from Ajax. Noah Lang, dude. I mean, he's got great numbers, but he's playing for Bruges right now.
Yeah.
And so
he's more of a high ceiling pick.
Yeah.
And he's like what? 20. Oh, actually, he's kind of old. He's 26. So
Noah Lang is 26.
He's got 26.
Just kidding. He's 22. 22.
Oh, okay. Oh my god.
Jesus.
I was gonna say he got like the opposite baby formula that Tyrell got.
Tyrell took
that man is 26. Oh my god. Okay, well, and I went Jasper Cillessen as my backup keeper. Who did you guys go with?
Flecken?
I don't even know who that is, to be honest.
He's the keeper for Freiburg. In the
Bundesliga. I'm guessing.
He has more clean sheets than Neuer right now.
Wow.
Damn. Okay.
Now,
I didn't even know
that. He's conceded 20 more goals than Neuer, but he has more clean sheets. So take that as you will.
That's his defense's fault. That's his defense.
I'm gonna have to look into this chap. I mean, if that's Flecken, well, right here, 28 years old. Okay, pretty young for a keeper. $6 million transfer value. I'm gonna have to look into this guy. I hadn't heard of him before, but dude, honestly, I thought after Edouard Mendy, everything else was trash. So
yeah,
I might have to put Flecken in my list. And I don't even know what the guy looks like. Just because I've never been impressed with Jasper Cillessen. It ain't Tim Krul. I don't know if Qatar has a keeper, and Ecuador's guy is a semi-pro. So there's not a lot of options back here that we're dealing with. Flecken.
Yeah, I think Qatar probably just puts 6 in the back, and they're just like, yeah, we're just gonna wing it.
They like draw straws. They draw lots to see who gets the gloves.
So let's summarize this. Let's go back to our starting 11s. Jake, I'll start with you. So how many Ecuadorian guys you got? 1?
I had 1.
Connor, how many do you have?
I had 3.
3? I got 1, 2. I have 3 as well. Okay, what about Senegal, Jake? How many Senegalese guys you got in your squad?
4.
1, 2, 3, 4. I got 4 as well. What about you, Connor?
4. 5.
You got 5. Okay.
4 or 5.
So mostly Dutch dudes we got in here. Let's see.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, I only have 4 Dutch guys.
I have 6.
Yeah. Okay. So I got the same amount of. Do I have the same amount of? Yeah, I got the same amount of Senegalese and Dutch guys in my team. No,
which makes sense for what we know. I mean, y'all know more about Ecuador and South America, and I don't know anything about them, so it was hard for me to choose them other than what I know from the players that play in Europe.
Yeah. Anything else? Any final things you guys want to say about our list here?
If there is any good Qatar player, please comment.
Yes.
Please send us.
Please send us an email, a tweet, hell, even like a physical mail-in letter, because it's just pathetic. It's
Yeah, we
sad.
I
don't.
really thought you guys were gonna have like one Qatar player each.
I
I was like,
tried.
there's some
I
like
tried.
sleeper in here that they know,
Oh,
and I
I
could
tried.
not, in good conscience, put anybody in there. I was like, I can't do it.
Dude, no. I was already taking a couple gambles with some Ecuadorian guys, but at least I can rationalize that because
Yeah,
at least they're ballers. Like Castillo and Plata, they're actual ballers. But these Qatari guys, I don't know them at all, so I can't. And you know what? I would like to see someone else's combined 11 with one Qatari player in there. And I would really be curious what position, because like which one of these guys you knocking off to put a Qatari guy
So
in there?
the best Qatari guy in terms of transfer value with transfer marked is Akram Afif. Afif,
What does he play?
left wing.
Akram Afif. I'm guessing he plays in Qatar.
He plays in Qatar. He's won the Asian Cup. He's been the Qatari domestic champion a couple times.
Dude, his stats are insane. Are you looking at this? 18 matches, 14 goals, 17 assists. That's insane, dude.
Yeah.
That is insane.
According to Transfermarkt, that's 27 games he's played in 21-22, 15 goals, 19 assists.
no.
One red
Yeah.
card.
That's a goal assist every game. That's crazy. That is crazy.
Who are they playing against?
He plays for Al Sadd, 25 years old.
That's all domestic. But if you look at the international, they get clapped. Who did they beat? They beat Bulgaria earlier in 2022.
Trash.
They tied Azerbaijan 2-2. They got clapped by Serbia, clapped by Ireland, clapped by Portugal, tied Luxembourg. They beat
Good
El
God.
Salvador.
I wonder if that was a strong El Salvador side.
It was
I'm
not.
looking at him. He got it. He scored a goal against Bulgaria, and he got an assist against Portugal.
I can't
I
believe
wonder
they
if a guy
scored
like
against
this,
Portugal.
he's got to be thinking like I wonder if he thinks I got to leave to a better league, or should I just keep destroying every single weekend?
I would stay right there. I would stay right there. If I'm getting 14 and 17 in a season, are you kidding me? I'm not going anywhere. They're gonna build statues to me there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking. Oh my God, against Al Ali, he had 1 goal, 3 assists. Against Al Wakra, he had 2 goals, 2 assists. I mean, yeah, it's really like
Look, if
he's just
they
stuff on
are,
his stat sheet.
they're probably paying him too. They're probably paying him bank. He probably makes less if he goes somewhere else. He's gonna go less. He's gonna play worse, or he's gonna make less, play worse. Like there's just no point.
I bet you're right.
Oh, he's a national hero, probably.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah. I mean, who knows, dude? If he balls out in Qatar, maybe somebody takes notice and they
Maybe
come
somebody
in.
picks him up.
Yeah, maybe they offered 12
Yeah.
mil, 15 mil, and then his club is like, you know what? This is probably like a transfer record for the Qatari league. Yeah, let's sell him. That'd be kind of
Yeah.
cool.
In
That'd
their
be fun.
latest
Story.
lineup, Qatar played a 3-5-2.
3-5-2. Interesting. Okay.
That's actually, I
Wow.
feel, from what we saw at AFCON or even in Asian leagues, I feel 5 in the back is pretty common, especially when you're going against European and other teams in this World Cup. So I'm kind of curious to see what they do. Are they going to line up three in the back against the Dutch?
Are they gonna line up 3 in the back against Mane and Sar?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it could be a long. It could be a long World Cup. I mean, these guys could legitimately concede 5 a game. I don't think they
Mhm.
will, but you know, this could be a Saudi Arabia in the last World Cup where they're just bad. They're just outmatched. I do have respect for them for actually scheduling like difficult friendlies, you know, and not just playing other Arab nations and winning. I like that they're going out and playing Portugal and Ireland and these European countries and even El Salvador.
Yeah.
So who knows? I have no expectations for them, even though they're the host, but I guess we will see. I don't know if this thing stops recording in an hour, so I'm going to go ahead and end this now. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let us know what you think about our groups down below in the comments. Let us know who had the most trash group. Go ahead. Let us know. We're big boys. We can handle it. Hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed, and leave a like in the video if you want to see more episodes like this one. Follow us over on Twitter at Yankee Football Pod. You can see our handle down below in the right. I don't know if we're at 90 Twitter followers yet, but we got to be close. So if you guys could get us there, that would be much appreciated. Thank you guys, as always, for listening. We will see y'all in the next episode.